We are honored that each of you has actually taken time to spend 2 full days with us as we ideate, deliberate, and discuss the big tickets that will enable us to transform and adapt to the digital world. Now, digital transformation has been and has become a buzzword across all sectors, and this is with reasons. It may be just what we need to leapfrog into the next frontier as a continent. The World Bank has indicated that digital technologies provide an avenue to unlock innovation as well as inclusive and sustainable economic value in a way that the continent has never seen before. The fact that Africa has fewer legacy challenges to work around creates an opportunity for us to digitize faster and solve existing challenges, from access to health to enhancing education across all regions and other factors. Over the past years, we have talked extensively about digital transformation. But for the next few days, we will focus on how this transformation can deliver on the digital imperative of every organization and how industries will need to continue to infuse digital technology into every business process and function so that they can do more with less. The keynote addresses as well as the panel discussion will look into how organizations can and are applying technology to make a real difference. One economy, one country, one community, one customer at a time. This year's theme, Enhancing Africa's Digital Transformation, is timely, given the big conversation that's being held at continental and national levels. The Africa Union has come up with a digital transformation strategy for Africa 2020 to 2030, which aims to create a framework to build an integrated and inclusive digital society and economy that improves the quality of life for the Africans. The strategy aims to strengthen economies, enable diversification and development, and ensure continental ownership with Africa as a producer, not only a consumer in the digital economy. On a national level, we have seen our government prioritize digital initiatives, and we are lucky that our cabinet secretary is here with us, and partnership to drive this agenda and bridge the digital divide in their economies. As we all remember, COVID-19 pandemic accelerated digital transformation, but also exposed the significant gaps and faults in adoption of the digital technologies and innovations across Africa. This was evidenced in our day-to-day lives, and more so for our children. While in the urban cities, the children were able to continue learning during the COVID period, and while on the public schools and in rural setup, the situation was a complete standstill until the schools reopened. There was no activity in the rural villages, while the children in the big cities continue learning. Now, governments are now working hard to ensure that this digital divide is conquered by enhancing the infrastructure and technology needed to drive the agenda. Digital transformation is less about technology and more about societal and psychology of our consumer. So it's more of the society and the psychology, and less of the technology or the infrastructure. A digital reality publication put it quite clearly, and I quote, that digital transformation may start with using technology, but it endures through societal response. Economics and businesses may lay out the best digital structures and processes, but unless they bring value through efficiency, convenience, and ease of use for the end user, be it in your consumer, for your client, your staff member, or even student, adoption will be low and transformation and the transformation we are looking for may not take place. Therefore, as economies and business lay out digital structures and processes, there must be even greater emphasis of the value and impact of these solutions to consumers, personnel, and their society. Let us take the media industry, for example. We could create multiple apps to give people access to information, but unless we are fulfilling the need of the consumer and fitting into their lifestyle, wherever, whenever they are, our digital solutions will just tick a box on our list of digital products. So there must be value for the digital transformation to be complete. Over the course of these 2 days, we shall hear from different thought leaders on how truly transformation works. And the focus, I believe, will be on the end user, what value we create to the end user. We'll have a panel later today to speak to building a skilled workforce for the digital age. With the increased need for digital skills across the industries, how are education institutions taking up this opportunity to upskill their students with best-in-class skills and tooling so that they can fit in the emerging business landscape and have an impact to the organizations? How do organizations continue retooling human capital to learn and relearn? Today, the costs of employing a good digital employee has continued to skyrocket. Most industries, most employers are struggling to retain and maintain these digitally skilled people. So we'll have that discussion. Now, with 10% of all data expected to be produced by generative artificial intelligence models, what infrastructures and systems are business looking into to invest to drive the core processes and product experience in this new age? The panel on creating strong digital infrastructure will take us through their experiences and learnings along the way. Now, every organization requires a digital fabric that connects places, it connects people and processes. And this is what we hope will be our takeaway from these 2 sessions over the next 2 days. And I wish you fruitful deliberation, and I hope we can get some value from the deliberations and the discussions and the networks that we are going to create. And after the 2 days, we'll wait for your honest feedback on whether we met your objectives and what we can do to improve this agenda or these discussions on this digital transformation. I wish you the very best, and thank you very much.